Alright everybody, Baron here, and welcome to Strange Brigade. First off, thank you Strange Brigade for sponsoring this video. This is a new game that isn't coming out till August. I got to play it at E3. So let's check out the introduction and talk in a moment.
Await our heroes today.
So, now the worst is known. Seteki has been set free upon the world.
Oh dear.
A terrorist, yeah?
The like of which the world has rarely seen, if the legends are to be believed.
So how do we stop her?
An excellent question, Nalangu. I have experts here in London, translating everything we can find about Seteki.
Ah, those brave boffins, risking their lives for king and country.
I say.
We all serve in our own way, Captain Fairburn. If there's anything useful, they'll find it. Agent Brownridge's death will not be in vain.
And in the meantime?
In the meantime, Professor, I need the brigade to gather more information for our boffins to study.
Well.
Starting with the ancient temple in the valley at this location.
What long-forgotten evil have our heroes stumbled upon here, then? Will they even find out? Or will this terrifying tomb's residents prove to be too much for the Strange Brigade?
Alright everybody, so welcome to Strange Brigade. Now, the game comes out August 28th. Like I said, I got to check this out with Blitz and my cousin at E3. So big thanks once again for Strange Brigade for sponsoring this video, as well as hooking us up with the opportunity to play in E3. Look at that, parachutes. So basically, the game is set in Egypt in the 1930s. Erased from ancient history and buried in a nameless tomb for 4,000 years, Seteki, the Witch Queen, has risen once again. Only one troop of daring heroes can stand against the fearsome power of Seteki and her army of mummified monstrosities. The Strange Brigade, that's us, and there I am with my double-barrel shotgun and a pretty cool golden pistol. So, this game is a mix of what I would like to call like dungeon crawler, third-person shooter, puzzler, and adventure. It is pretty awesome. So basically in this, we're exploring remarkable ruins, we're solving puzzles, and uncovering tantalizing treasures while blasting our way through an area of undead enemies in thrilling third-person action that's certain to bring out your inner adventure. So here's Seteki talking to us, raising the armies of the undead, the zombies, guys. And look at this. Now, I will say I played on console, so I'm using I'm using an Xbox One controller. And by the way, I have not played shooters on console and Lord knows how long, so I'm kind of getting, you know, my feel for the controls. Now, there are two videos. We're going to be talking over this first one here, and then I'm going to be showing off the second one. We got to play the same level, however, this one, we kind of ran through the objective as quick as possible, and in the second one, we got to uncover a lot of the puzzles that we did not do in the first one. So this is our first game, Blitz, myself, and the Red Baron, as he's known, playing E3 right here, Strange Brigade. So we can use, you know, we've got these special powers, and right now I'm actually gathering the spirits of the undead after they go down to basically power up my talisman, which gives me some special powers. My special power for this character is basically being able to do chain lightning. So let me tell you a few quick bullet points. So there's one main adventure. You have to hunt the foul Seteki, or, you know, the Witch Queen, through a campaign filled with dig sites, pyramids, crumbling caves, bountiful foes to send back to the afterlife, explore alone or team up in a 2 to 4 player online co-op. And I'd almost call it almost competitive co-op, in that we can basically compete with each other for like the top scores and everything like that, which is a lot of fun. But right now you can see these traps. Basically by shooting the tops of those, it opens up like this kind of like almost helicopter blade type whirlwind attack. And it's basically using the traps on the map, basically using the map interactively to fight the bad guys, which is a lot of fun. And oh, you gotta be careful. So yeah, I was going to power up my talisman, and I will use that later. So basically, you start out with two weapons, a primary, well, two firearms, a primary firearm, which for me is this double-barrel shotgun. We're gonna get to see some later. There's like a submachine gun, there's an assault rifle, there's even some more special power-ups later, and then there's also, see, this is me, I'm all about getting the the spirits here to power up my talisman. And also there's grenades. So you're gonna see one going off right in the back. And melee in this build, and if you look in the upper right, it is beta footage. The melee is needs a little work, but everything else seemed like it worked pretty well. But one of the things I liked most about it was the time period of this game. It's set in Egypt in the 1930s, and it kind of reminded me of like the Brendan Fraser mummy movies back in the day. You know, before Tom Cruise and whoever got a hold of it, and you know, it's not as good as it once was. You know what I mean? Like, which is a shame, because the Mummy series was awesome. And I don't think the last one did very well. And I don't think the series is going to get picked up for a while, which is really, really disappointing. But it wasn't set in the 1930s, which is, you know, maybe the problem with it. But, so there's 4 different hunters, and they all have their different, like, attributes and special powers. So I think some of them are the fire-spitting Krakatoa, Ice Cold Chillbuster, and Brain Busting Blunderbuss are kind of the super weapons. But here's one of those traps that you can use. That was like a log with a bunch of spikes on it, and we actually, in the second gameplay, we actually used that properly. So it's actually interesting how much we missed this first playthrough. But yeah, so basically you're gonna be fighting monsters, zombies, super bosses. It's pretty cool. I mean, look at the map. Isn't it just gorgeous? And here's some of the, like, unlockable boxes. You have to kind of spend money, and it kind of reminds me of Call of Duty Zombies in a way. And, you unlock these chests, there's different chests, but then there's weapons chests that you have to pay to unlock, and those give you the super weapons. But the traps are one of the funnest things, I think, in the game. The puzzles are a lot of fun. Like, right here, it's like, how do you get through that? But look in the background. You shoot the vines, the stone falls on the little trigger, and thus the spears that block our path fall away. And here is where, now they were already opened up for me, and the guys actually call me back. I'm like, yo, super weapons, and I get the blunderbuss. I get the blunderbuss. Look at me talking to myself right here, like, where? There it is. So we can switch up, but then the little chest to the right. So here we go. Here's a pretty good overview of the weapons you can use. You've got the repeater, and you've got 2 different pistols. You know, a Luger and then like a Colt 1911. I decided to use the SMG, and I'm still waiting to kind of get that audio cue. Right now, there's 4 people, right? One of the guys was a dev, and he was like, "Yo, guys, get the super weapons." And right now, I'm like, "What you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, okay," because I had to whip off my headphones in order to do it. And there it is. Nope, wrong box, Baron. Wrong box. But you get to see, you know, kind of your default loadout.
King George's beard.
King George's beard, and you can put these little these gems. Kind of like, it kind of reminded me of Diablo in a way. These mythological gems that kind of like, you know, give certain abilities, and you can read that. You can pause it, go back, and see what each one of them do. Skullbreaker gem, but I think I use the ones that kind of like benefit, you know, more damage. And see, look, I really missed it. It is actually kind of funny, and I think they called me back a 3rd time. And I'm like, oh, okay. And Blitz was like, Baron, come on, dude. And then there's like these little beetles that come out. Or rather, if I don't get it here, then I do get it later, and you do get to see the blunderbuss. But yeah, there's like, it's linear in a certain way, but then it's also open-ended in how you go about the level. You can just rush through it. You can go a few different routes, or you can go through and try to be a completionist and get all the, you know, rare artifacts, and basically all of the little milestones that you can in a level. Look at this is fun, man. It's just, and I gotta say that it's one of the most beautiful games. And I will say, like, when you go to E3, you're checking out a lot of games, and sometimes people offer to sponsor video, and you're like, oh, okay, like, maybe. But, like, I have to say that this was one of the best games, one of the most enjoyable games to play. Blitz and I both thought that, and we were both very, very much looking forward to getting to play this game once it comes out in August, both like for YouTube and then also live streaming on Facebook. I feel like this will be a great live stream game. It kind of reminded me almost of, literally, you take Gauntlet, you take a 3rd-person shooter, and you take the Mummy like movies. And look at that. If you die, you come out of a sarcophagus, which is pretty cool. Do I see the antiques? Yeah, see, I think they're telling me to look through it again. But then I also, like, I go back to my shotgun because I like the, no, I don't go back to it. Jeez! In the second video I do. But yeah, so now I kind of have the AR, the automatic rifle right now. And we go by, and oh, look at that. See, that actually was a trap. And you'll see that in the second video. So these guys are activating the traps. I come in with the AR. Basically old school AR, because you gotta remember, this is the 1930s. So like interwar period between World War I and World War II. You know, when there was a lot of like advancement from basically like bolt action rifles and stuff like that to kind of more automatic fire weapons, which is pretty cool. Come on. See, I pressed the wrong button. Instead of throwing a grenade, I did melee, and then I fired and then I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get my amulet charged because mine's the chain lightning. Oh, look at that. Yeah. What is it? This is the super weapon. Yes, this is where I get my blunderbuss. Oh my god. So I was using a double barrel shotgun, and now I've got a blunderbuss, which is basically the old world shotgun. And this thing is super powerful. You can see some of the, like, the blade, helicopter blade trap, we'll call it, in the background there. And this is kind of like the final showdown. So, we got to play, just briefly, you know, just a section of what the game's going to entail in the future. But have you guys played Gauntlet? Like, Gauntlet was really, really fun kind of dungeon crawler. And then it kind of reminded me of it, but this is like a far, far better version. So now we open up this, and we trigger just like a giant zombie apocalypse coming, and Seteki doesn't like it none, I'll tell you that much. And you can see that it's giving me a B prompt, basically to use my special ability, but I've got a blunderbuss and the chain lightning special ability. Oh, and I'm getting punched in the face by zombies. Look at that, there's the chain lightning, and so you can see like a bunch of them got hit. Those 4 guys on the right there. It wasn't enough to kill them, and I'm trying to get more so I can unleash another one. And right here, I'm trying to activate the chain trap. Oh, there it goes, the blade trap, and I cut a few down. Somebody's got the flamethrower. I think that was the Red Baron who got the, and look at this, now we get attacked by a different monster. The ghouls. The ghouls, and look at this, here it kind of goes back to those old school mummy movies that are just black and white. Deadly devils from beyond the grave. Oh my god, and they're a lot faster, more nimble and agile than the regular zombies. Dude, she is not happy about it, man. But look at this, man. There's the chain lightning ability. I wish I could, like, I'm kind of like backseat. Oh, and there, I died. I don't even know what hit me exactly, but I died. And here's the cool part. So I'm waiting to be resurrected, right? And basically, in order to be resurrected, luckily we had a dev playing with us because we had no idea. But I think, yeah, see, you have to go back to the sarcophagus and get us out of there. So we pop out. We're back in the action. I'm not sure how many lives. And you can see, there it is. There I drink my potion. Teammate down. So here I'm using the pistol. Not the best time to use it. And we've got these kind of like temple guards that remind me of the temple guard, like what are they? The terracotta warriors in China. Look how much armor they have. They were saying that you have to knock off the armor and then go after them. And that was actually like a secret cave, which we do go at and check out in the next one. And you're gonna get to see that without commentary, because I figured I want you to be able to like see everything, hear it like as we heard it and saw it. Man, these guys are beasts. Look at this guy with the spear, man. Oh, see, he got his helmet knocked off, and then he was easily taken down. So I think I should have gone for more headshots here. But the cool thing is, you get to see who did the best at the end of it. Hello, terracotta warriors, and these ones are throwing like it looks like javelins. Not the best way to do it. Not the best way to do it. Oh, backseat playing. But yeah, we recorded, we had no ability to do like live commentary, so that's why you're getting this after action commentary. And here I am experimenting with the melee. And it does need some work, but I feel like everything else was pretty well polished. Amulets charged! Do it! Do it! I don't think I do. I think I'm just like one of the worst console shooter. I can't wait to play this with mouse and keyboard. Seteki ain't happy. And here we go. This is kind of a little preview of the future. But once again, we're gonna have a second gameplay. Look at this. It makes you think, hey, monster time! We get to battle some monsters. But anyway, we've got a second video coming up. Raw and uncut. Enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Should we be playing this on August 28th? Once again, thank you, Rebellion and Strange Brigade, for sponsoring this video. And let's enjoy. Like you get to see a lot more puzzles, and now that we've got experience. Hey, player one! Woo! Why even aim when you got 18 shotgun kills like me? Man, We did pretty good. All right, let's see the next one.
Another bloody jungle trek. And in this heat.
Sinister scarabs, far-off murderous mummies. I wondered if there's a connection. I say, clap your eyes on this confounded conundrum. See, now a dog would have avoided that. Is there no problem the brigade can't solve? Ghastly ghouls blocking the bridge. But can they hold it against the Strange Brigade? Only a few more left. Where are those meandering menaces hiding? Safe to cross now. 3 cheers for our chaps. It was him or you, Strange Brigade. Well shot. Oh! What long-hidden pathway has this unearthed? The low road, eh? Let's hope the old grey matter is up to it. Blades of glory! I can think of a few good uses for these razor-sharp rotaries. That's the bold Strange Brigade spirit. Leave no path unexplored.
Got it now.
Ah, delightful dodge. Well, they're not called the Subtle Brigade, I suppose. Aha! Take that, young cryptic cat! That log looks jolly useful. A route less traveled, eh? Intriguing. As I always say, there's not many problems that can't be solved by shooting something. King George's beard! Some fancy footwork on display there.
This'll sort me out. Yes, magic health drink. My favourite.
Ah, good show.
Reloading. Watch out. Should be useful.
Yes, arm yourself with this beauty, Brigade.
This'll sort 'em out.
What-o? A puzzle to be solved? Best of luck, Strange Brigade.
Done it.
I say, how much do you think this goes for down the jumble? Magical moggies! What tantalising treasures are they hiding? Some founder's idea of a ghoulish joke, eh?
Edge down!
What's this? Sinister sorcery blocking the way forward? Perhaps our heroes need to stand together and use their amulets on it.
Ammo! Not a patch on the Brighton Palace pier, is it?
Bit of a chin scratcher, eh? If only the solution were sometimes right in front of us. Success! Chalk up another one to the boffins of the brigade. That confounded the blighters.
sorry. Stuck in a coffin. Not my idea of fun.
I've drank worse.
Ambushed again! Look out, Brigade!
Seteki calls you deadlings.
Charging.
Ah, yes, you strange smackdown shovel. Good work. Astounding!
Supplying.
It was him or you, Strange Brigade. Well shot.
I'm reloading.
Good Lord! Acrobatic assailants! To arms, Strange Brigade! I say! They're coming out the ruddy walls now!
You cannot stand against my power.
Look sharp, grenade!
That is enough to stop me.
What massive miscreation is this monstrosity? Darwin spectacles! How will our heroes get out of this one? Tune in next week to find out in another gripping installment of The Strange Brigade.